Hi, Mike.
Hi, Joel.
I'm using my phone. I didn't bring any earplugs. The kids have got all the computers, for the summer camp. Them nasty kids.
Those kids.
Come on. What do you say about the weather? I can almost see clouds, and I think the chance of rain tomorrow is 50%.
What my weather adult supervision was telling me is that we can hopefully, knock on wood, get some rain. That would be great.
Yeah. Just a little bit of rain. Anyone else we got? Jeez, people. Well, I see Sandra and Allison are going to come, maybe. They got little eggs on them. Lisa. Nevin. Sandra.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Sandra. Oh,
Hello,
Allison's
everyone.
here.
I'm going to quick share the information on how to join our meeting. So stand by for a moment. There's Jessica. And there it is. Okay. I do that. Is that probably long enough? Okay. I can X out of this now. Now we're good. Okay. All right, whenever you're ready to take roll, I am ready. And it's amazing.
I don't know if you guys saw the chat, but Nevin is going to reconnect. He's having audio issues.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Hey, Joel, have you all recuperated after your big grand opening last week?
Yes, that was so fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I was
Were you guys super busy the whole time?
Super busy the entire time because we had to live stream a lot of the programs for the library, so we started our live stream with the ribbon cutting ceremony, and then we moved right over to the aerialist performance. Then we got a bit of Monty on the second floor, and then we did two of the demo kitchen cooking demonstrations. And then we simulcast with KUFM, the Pea Green Boat with Annie Gard up on the fourth floor at 4 p.m. And then we did a reading at 5:30. No, that was Tracy Lesneski, the lead architect for the library, gave a presentation because she was in town from Minneapolis. And then the reading with Chris Latray at 6:30. And I guess we stopped transmission about 7:30, 8.5 hours later. But we also had to get together the PA for the ribbon cutting. and the PA for the aerialist. So yeah, am I too old for it? I am. I started at 8 a.m. and I finished about 9 p.m. You know, some 13 hours later, snorting champagne up there on the 4th floor, eating some bad salami. And I said, I got to go home. And I did.
Well,
But it was very fun.
I was there for that evening function with the artist talking, and I kept thinking of you because everything that you kept saying about the library is all true. It's the most incredible building.
Isn't it something? Yeah. And then I look here at the office, I got all these plants I'm very proud of. This one is a Sega palm, and I got this gigantic philodendron. Anyway, it's pretty darn classy over here.
It's
even
very
if it's not
beautiful.
falling.
Very
It's
beautiful.
really nice. Yeah. It's a beautiful building. They really got their money's worth, I think.
well, I was around for most of the festivities as well. I was up in the demo kitchen most of the time, but I did come down. I think it was about 4 o'clock, and was visiting with Scott in your area, and he was just getting the pea green boat thing set up. That was very cool.
Yeah, simulcast with KUFM. I hope we can do it again.
Well, and then when you go
Because that's
upstairs
a
and you
nice
see it in
combo.
action, you see all those kids in there with Annie. That was a really neat
Yeah.
thing.
And Jim Nugent came with his wife Janice to the pea green boat.
Yes,
No,
he told me he was
not
making an
just for
appearance.
children. Well, he certainly did. He made an appearance for a good 2 hours, I would say. But that was nice. It was nice to see a lot of people, you know, after all the lockdown and everything. It was really, really fun event.
So Nevin, if you would rather not take roll, I think I'm good. Oh no, Nevin can't talk.
Oh, oh, it's coming through sort of cracked.
Is this any better?
Oh, it is.
There you are.
There, now I can hear you.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Nevin, you're back.
That's about the strangest thing. Sorry, I'm using a new headphone system, so not sure why it's doing that, but if it's back, then it's back. That's good. It's good to see you all. Hello. But yeah, Heidi, if we're all set for roll call, I caught the last bit of that. Yeah. So in that case, sort of takes care of our introductions. Yeah, I suppose we can move on to a review and approval of the minutes if the meeting is called to order. Yeah. Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve those.
I'll make that motion, Nevin. This is Lisa.
Moved by Lisa, and got a second.
I'll second that.
Seconded by Sandra. All right, you've heard the motion. All in favor of approving the minutes from May 17th, 2021, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Hi.
I
Any opposed, please unmute and say nay. All right, the ayes have it. Let's see, we'll move into public comment. Is there any comment from members of the public? Howdy, Mike.
Or I just wanted to say thanks to Joel for not only recording and then posting on MCAT the library grand opening, which I was unable to attend because we were with the granddaughters. So he did a walkabout at the fairgrounds, and I'm in the Lions Club, and we do fire watch and tourist guides during the fair, and that's been really helpful. I sent that to our entire roster, so that will really help us. So I want to thank Joel for getting that done.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Well, thanks, Mike. We always appreciate having you here. And, wonderful. With that, any other members of the public hanging out in the viewing section that we know of?
It doesn't look like we have anybody attending today.
Very good. In which case, we'll go into old business. Reviewing the current programming schedule that's been recorded. Yeah, Joel, anything to say on the programming schedule?
I'll just go over it with you briefly because I think we missed the June meeting, and I think I sent this out to you, but let's see. Highlight of June. I think we had some good highlights for the school district in June. We did a training video for facilities management. It was enormous, like covering, it was like a training video so they could bring in custodial and support staff and then show them the video, and they're off and running. We live streamed the Hellgate 8th grade promotion ceremony, and that was super sweet. I just enjoyed seeing that. Maybe it was the age group or something. We also, for MCPS, did an honoring our Native American graduating seniors. We do it every year, but this one was really poignant because of the lockdown. We did all the high school graduations, and Ron went up to Sealy in the old MCAT truck, leaking oil from the transaxle, they tell me, and that it's not worth fixing. Like fixing it would cost more than the truck is worth or whatever. Anyway, he did go up there in the Sealy Lake, and we took one of the library hotspots. The library has been circulating hotspots that were funded by the CARES Act. We got a hold of one of them. They're very popular, and by God, it worked. So for the first time, we were able to live stream from Sealy High School, an image of people doing something. And in this case, graduating from high school. And the comments were incredibly appreciative. We continue to do the passenger rail summits that are held on Zoom. We continue to do a series for the library. This June, it was Sunflower Project, Tiny Tales, Story Time, and a do-it-yourself pet treats cooking series. And we're doing the virtual town halls of the community councils. And there is a new county commissioners informational program, Allison well knows. And Ron Scholl has been keeping up with that program. And Ron helped me. I went out and interviewed Billy Ayers at the fair, as Mike was saying. And Scott did a great job with the drone, showing the new, improvements, the concession area, the improvements to the other buildings, the new parking area, et cetera, et cetera. We made like 20-minute version, an 8-minute version, and a 3-minute version of the same thing. And that was pretty popular on the Facebook. It took about 1,800 views. And, the usual mixed. Everybody wants horse racing or something like that. That segues, I guess. Let me think. Oh, Norman McLean's son always comes around. You can't keep them down. And so we did cover a reading by John M. McLean at various bridges last month. And this was good. It was like before the smoke really set in. And ribbon cutting ceremony for the opening of the Meadowlark. Lori got a hold of a ton of vaccination encouragement public service announcements from the National Ad Council. And we are running that with all the desperation of a society under collapse. So, we're just crossing our fingers, and she's been real good about putting them on 10 to 20 times a day. Then for your July, as we mentioned, we've done the grand opening day, and we got about 9 hours of programming on it and went right to Facebook. It's available for anyone to watch who wants to do that. I had forgotten to mention we're doing City Club every month, and climate change was the last topic. For university, I haven't seen Jen in a long time. We were asked really by Susan Hay-Patrick at United Way. We live streamed the celebration of life of Grace Johnson. Speaking of COVID, and We also got permission. I saw Climate Smart had a bunch of really good air filtration, do-it-yourself videos, getting the box fan along with the filter. And so we've been running those regularly. I mean, that is probably getting ingrained around here. I also uncovered the Montana State Historical Society has 500 videos on their YouTube channel. I said, can we run them on the channel? And they said, of course you can. We're going to do the state of the university on August 22nd. And the county, this is just like FYI, county has gone to hybrid meetings. So we're going over to the Sophie Moise room, and IT for the county has put it together so that the cameras that are on the wall and move around become part of the Zoom meeting. So we're still operating that in person as we are for school board. School board went early into the hybrid. I think that's almost it for you 2 months. Oh, we've got a new request from something called Montana Renewable Energy Association. We're going to be doing 5 episodes with them. That is a combination of video shot outside, and then they'll be using our new studio over here. So I'm glad somebody's using the new studio because it's taken a while to pick up our customer base after a 1.5 years offline. Okay, sorry, I'll stop talking.
Joel, is that MREA? Is it Andrew Valanis?
Yes, it is.
Great.
Sounds like he's a good man. You know of it.
He's a good man who got his start there at the city of Missoula as an Energy Corps intern with Chase Jones. He was our first one.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, so he's heading up this
doing a
video.
really super great job running the Renewable Energy Association statewide. They're really active with the legislature. Not that it has actually helped much, but I mean, he keeps public education out there in a really positive, collaborative way. He's great.
Good. And we are glad to serve him. Oh, we do have
Joel, I have a couple of questions. Can you talk again about the Historical Society videos? What was that?
Oh, yeah. So, we've been a little lean on our programming here at MCAT. And I thought, well, since the lockdown had started, it took a while to sober up. About summertime, I thought, why don't I look and see about all these videos that already exist, that could go on the channel. So Montana State Historical Society, they have 500 vids on their YouTube channel. I was just horsing around, putting in Montana, Missoula, searching through YouTube. And I asked them if we could run their videos on the channel, and they said they'd be delighted. And they were also going to ask Billings Community 7 and Helena Civic Television if they didn't want to do the same.
Oh, cool. And
yeah, there's really good stuff.
My next question is on your July report under Missoula Community, you have something called Posture 24/7. What is that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's cryptic. Sorry. I cannot.
It sounded kind of intriguing. I just wasn't sure what it was.
I thought the same thing.
It's I should have put more there. So it's a nonprofit outfit that look specifically at the needs of people with disabilities, whether they're sitting in wheelchairs all day or using some other kind of adaptive technology. So they worked with Ron and used the studio for 2 full days with different people coming in as both practitioners and patients, clients. And they're making this how-to video in terms of providing proper posture, and this has to do with exercises people that don't have full control over all limbs can do, and it also had to do with using different straps or cushions or pillows, that kind of thing, to achieve like a neutral posture all the time. And then when I stuck it in the notes, I only got as far as what they're going to call it, the series, when they get it all edited. It will be called Posture 24/7. But that's what it's for. Oh, sorry. I was about to say, we've got a super crunch coming up, but I think I'll have the person power to do it. Apparently there is a statewide convention of clerks and recorders happening in Missoula, and they would like a lot of recording from MCAT the same week as the FFA and the 4-H want all the animal shows videoed at the fair, the same week as the Rocky Mountain Ballet, School of Ballet does their deal, the Ballet Beyond Borders, where they want it streamed because people are participating, you know, from countries all over the world. So that's going to be a nasty week, second week in August, and I'll be on vacation. Anyway, that's interesting. Sometimes, you know, it doesn't rain, but it does the pour.
That's a lot in 1 week.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be a packed week for you. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's well, you've got a good crew over there, so I'm sure you can spread yourselves all thin enough. It'll all work out. I have faith. Yeah. Any further questions about the current schedule or any other events that popped up on anyone's radar that MCAT might want to look into recording?
Well, no, I guess it's a blessing for Joel that at the city we are not that busy in terms of public events that need to be on MCAT. We're very busy, but it's all more not so interesting to be shown on TV. So Joel, are you being kept in the loop about our struggle to go to hybrid meetings?
Somewhat, yes. I mean, the latest I had was that we took out some stuff out of our control room to make more room for whatever city IT was putting in there. And then I did see there was a single pan, tilt, and zoom camera very close to that horseshoe. And there was a single Yeti mic, which is like a USB plug-in microphone.
I think they're going to test it at committees on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, it's a long day. Committees are 8 to 3.
It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean anything in terms of the service you're still able to provide. We'll still be on channel 190, still be on Facebook. Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to be sure. Because people often question the need to be on actual television. And I always advocate to stay on actual television. While cable subscribers may be declining in their numbers, I think it's an equity issue because I think it's older people who are still subscribing to cable, and we need to continue to offer that for them. Because I mean, essentially it's people who don't care to get involved in streaming or can't.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, older people that have cable, that is the demographic. And from the payments they're making to both city and council, it is not an insubstantial number. I mean, the guesswork is kind of out because of these two franchises, and we know there are 11,000 households hooked up to cable. We don't, you know, necessarily know the age, but my guess is, Ginny, you're right. The age of the folks is 50 and over. They are not used to spending a great deal of time at a desk in front of a computer monitor. And while they may have a smart TV, that's only going to get them to the majors like Amazon Prime or Netflix or something. They're not going to use that smart TV, you know, to go onto the city's stream or to go to YouTube and find the city of Missoula on it. And it is not easy to build up a following. We've had a YouTube channel for 12 years, and we have over 3,000 videos on it, and we have 1,800 subscribers. The city has a YouTube channel with about 180 subscribers in a year's time.
It's, yeah. And I think that, I mean, I am always amazed because I think it's very easy to forget when you work and you're communicating using technology all day, every day. that there are people who just don't have any involvement with the internet, and there are more than you would think.
Yes, I mean, with 11,000 households hooked up to cable with 3 persons per household, that's 33,000 people. Where you're saying it's just, if you cut them off from government meetings, you're just saying to 33,000 people, well, you're not worth the extra mile or something like
Right,
that.
I feel like that too.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it last night when I had a conversation with my mother in which I had to say to her, she's 94, there is no telephone man anymore. They don't come to your house. I mean, it's very hard for a lot of older people to make the kind of incredible adjustments to the incredible changes we've had in technology. So
Yeah.
I think we need to hang in there for a while.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, at this point, I suppose I'll take us into any new business. The only other thing that I have that I don't have on the agenda at this point is, does anyone have an idea when the Missoula County Public Schools might be potentially sending someone else on to Big Tech?
I don't. I do have a meeting with Hatton on Wednesday, and I will ask her.
Hatton did say, she told me that most likely we wouldn't hear anything until school started again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
She thought, yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to that then. Wonderful. Unless there's anything else, move into MCAT board comment. Mike, anything beyond your previous statements? Sounds good. Well, in that case, does anyone have anything else for the good of the order? Anything we didn't cover today?
Hey, I might just make a suggestion to Joel. Hey, if some of your guys are sitting around in the studio and don't have anything to do, maybe they'd want to do a video of the makerspace at the library and work with Ira. I think they have just such cool equipment in there. It'd be really neat to kind of do a little video of what each piece of equipment does and then put it out somewhere so people can kind of understand.
I like that thinking, and Ron Scholl, at my behest, did it 6 weeks ago.
Oh, awesome. You guys are on it. So is it
Yeah.
on your channel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joel, is that the fiber artist that you did a video about?
No, in the library, there is a facility just across the way from us called the Maker Space, and it's run by Ira Sather. And the Maker Space has laser, engravers, and it has several 3D printers, and it has an educational course in computer circuit board assembly. And there is an artist in residence there through the open air who's working with fibers and fabric and stuff. And I can't think of that guy's name. And I just saw him over there talking to some kids. But the guy who runs it is either Ira Sather.
Gotcha. Thank you.
And then Joel, a question did pop in my mind. As far as some of the recordings that you've done of the Zach's concerts and comedy series, is that moved over to not only being on Saturdays, or like is it just on Saturdays at this point? Do you have an idea what that schedule is like?
It seems to be once a month now. Neil and Scott just did a comedy benefit show on Saturday, a live stream. But I think the impetus over there is to have people come in and pay a little money at the door. But but they told us that we should expect a request to maybe now once a month.
Sounds good. Thanks for that thanks for that clarification. I don't know if there's anything good coming up with Zach later on this month, but be worth looking into, I suppose. Wonderful. Well, unless anyone has anything else for the good of the order, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
So moved by Sandra. Do I have a second?
I'll second. This is Lisa.
Seconded by Lisa. All in favor of adjourning the meeting, please say aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Aye.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you. Good to see everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Hi, Morgan. I'm good. How are you? Hello? Are you still there?